Welcome back to the podcast, everybody.
Welcome back.
I'm your host, Michael Folguera, and I'm joined by my co-host,
George Folguera.
And we're the Biscayne Boys. Pretty exciting week if you're a Heat fan. Some crazy shit went down in that Golden State game. You know, it's like, oh, man.
Just an entertaining week.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to,
accept defeats.
No, and just in general, don't expect anything to come from this second half of the season, but just enjoy yourself.
Definitely. That's where I'm at right now. I mean, we lost to Houston, which was like a bummer, but like I wasn't too upset about it. Losing to Phoenix, I didn't care because I was like full tank mode, like at that game, and I was like, okay, that's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
But
the issue too was that the back-to-back was that's a hard back-to-back to get.
It's a really hard back-to-back,
especially in this part of the season.
And
where
to think
you need wins.
James Harden almost had 60, and it was only like a one possession game.
Yeah. And we had like 40, and we were up by 20.
Mm-hmm.
So,
really quick, I'm sorry if the laptop glares like onto this poster back here. This thing, like, we need better lighting because like this is way too nice of a piece to like get rid of. Like, so we need to get better lighting in here so there's not so much of a glare, because like it's kind of annoying when I edit. Like, I don't like seeing it, and I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm pointing it out to you guys. You guys don't really realize it, but we're gonna get that all figured out. Oh, real quick, if you guys didn't see on Instagram, we got this bad boy. For those of you on YouTube, sorry, iTunes and Spotify users, this is signed by Bam. I went to a meet and greet that they had down here for him at a Perry Ellis in Dolphin Mall. Took a picture with him, got that little poster signed. We're definitely going to try to get that up somewhere. That's like our second signed piece. Like, we have the Alonzo Mourning thing, and then now that. We have like a Wheaties box from the 2006 championship.
that was actually pretty cool.
That would be so sick to get signed by Wade and Shaq.
Wow.
That'd be super sick. But yeah, just thought I'd point that out to you guys that that didn't see on our Instagram. But let's get into these games. You know, I'm not sure what else we're gonna talk about after the Heat, but I guess we'll just ride the wave. First game of the week came against the Phoenix Suns. We lost to them 124 to 121. Devin Booker had 20 points, 4 rebounds. Hassan played like an animal, 29 points, 11 rebounds. This was Tyler Johnson's return to Miami, not as a Heat player.
Yeah. The way we wanted it to be, the way we wanted it to be.
Yeah. This game was so confusing to me because the team is like continue to like say that we're trying, like we're still trying to make playoffs and we're still pushing, and then we lose to a team at our house that is on a 17-game losing streak, which is ridiculous. So I mean, I'm not really sure like what there is to say about this game. Like, it's just like a
this is one of those games where we were just like, oh, like the team says, yeah, no, we're still trying, we're still making the attempt, but then we start Duncan Robinson. So that was like, okay, I'm not sure what you mean by trying to still make the playoffs. But he played really good, though. I think that's one of the things we were most excited about. He played excellent. I think him going to the G League, for example, was a good confidence boost for him. And just to understand the speed, obviously it's still different than the NBA, but the understanding the speed of this level of basketball, it showed, because he's has great anticipation skills, or just in general, like his anticipation on defense is amazing. Like, he jumps a lot of passing lanes, and he guesses right, I guess you could say, on where people are gonna go. And he's pretty confident now. Like, if he wasn't confident about first, he's really confident offensively, and he moves amazing off ball. Like, he's like, honestly, what I compared him to was like almost like a Kyle Korver. Yeah. Like, he gives really decent defense, and he moves excellent off ball. Always looking for a shot.
And he's not like the most athletic guy, so he has to do what he can on defense to be successful, which is like, if you watch Kyle Korver, he's like, but he like slow, but he knows little tricks and stuff to like stay with guys and like, you know, cut off passing lanes, make sure guys don't get open and stuff.
But like for example, he's, I think, a little more like, he's a better defender than Wayne Ellington, right? He's like a Kyle Korver, obviously not that elite of a shooter yet, and we still have to see how his defense pans out. And also, you could think of him like almost like as a little bit better version, like, of Luke Babbitt, really, right now. Yeah. At this young, at least, which is good.
100%. I can totally agree with you there. It's a nice piece to have.
It's nice to see him play, though.
You know, because like, it's not someone that we need to keep by any means.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like, it's someone that I see a lot of potential in, and it's definitely someone that we could develop. And I mean, we don't need like a right now for me, it would be nice to get like a pure scorer, like a young guy that we can develop.
Yeah.
But like we don't need like that guy with this young core that we have. I think Justice and Jay Rich are enough to hold it down, along with Bam, like as contributing. And when they get like later into their careers, if they stay with the Heat, I don't see a need for like a Duncan Robinson to turn into like a crazy monster 3-point knockdown shooter. You know,
Yeah.
like I would like to see him develop into a solid role player that could stay with this young core.
Yeah, I actually
Derrick Jones as well.
I do like him as another piece, like a Luke Babbitt, or what I thought we were gonna use Ryan Anderson for. But something like that, like just a piece to add on to the offense, or that he could come into the game and not completely be lost or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, that was a good game. We were up in the first half, and the second half we just like took a shit kind of.
Olynyk had a double, 28 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah,
he played 41 minutes. That's insane. We let the Phoenix Suns shoot 50% from the field. Unacceptable. Our defense needs to be better than that. We have, I think, based on defensive rating, we're 7th in the league. So we need to be better than that, especially against the worst team in the league. It is what it is, though. 14 turnovers, not too bad. We outscored them in the paint. We had more offensive rebounds, more rebounds and more offensive rebounds as well. So it seems like there was like almost, I wouldn't say like a lack of effort, but I think we just got like a little too comfortable. It looked like, oh, we got this one in the bag. Yep. This team sucks, and then they ended up surprising us. It is what it is. Can't get too mad at it. Again, it's what George said. We're at this point in the season, you just got to learn to like enjoy the ride, win or lose. Next game of the week, though. Ooh, it was an exciting one. We played the Warriors. We beat them 126-125. And I'm sure you guys saw how the game ended. Because if you didn't, you must be living under a rock. I had some girl in like one of my classes. We were talking about the Heat, and she's like, "Yeah, did you see Dwayne Wade's shot?" And it's like, I know you don't watch basketball, so that's the effect that Dwayne Wade has. He had 25 points though, 7 rebounds, great showing. We couldn't stop Klay Thompson that night.
Bro, he played like a monster.
He had 36, which is kind of insane. We did pretty good with Curry though. Curry shot 4 for 14 from 3.
Curry. He was guarded at one point by Jay Rich for a good portion, and Jay Rich was like denying the ball ridiculous. Like he could not get the ball no matter how hard he tried. It was kind of crazy.
Richardson always shows up against the Warriors. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He had his career high against them in Golden State.
This game
earlier in the season.
This game, like the Rockets game, which is like what's frustrating for us sometimes, is that against pretty decent teams in the West, we match up sometimes pretty well. We've always matched up against the Warriors actually pretty decent, but earlier this season, we lost to them, and we were up by 19 at one point. In this game, it was a 1-point game, obviously, but we were up by like 24, I think, was our highest lead.
We were up by a good amount.
Which is like, it's just crazy that we could do that. And I'm not saying the Warriors have let that happen a lot this season, but, I mean, like, you look at us right now and like where we're at, it's like we're not the type of team that should be going up against them like that.
Mm-hmm.
And also against the Rockets, which we'll talk about, same thing. We were up by 19, I think, at one point, or 20 points. Which is like crazy. It's just, I don't know. It's the same shit always. It's that second half where we just can't put the game away, or we just let off the gas, or we can't.
Yeah, we struggle to close out, and just close out in general. I'm not talking about games. I'm talking about quarters as well. The Warriors went on like, I think, a really good run at the end of the third or something like that. And
I think at the end of the third,
they brought it within really close, and it was like, it's just a bunch of credit to them. Like that's what they do. If you watch the Warriors, they'll be playing like shit, and all it takes is for them to focus up, and they'll bring a game right back.
Yeah, exactly. And
look at the Philadelphia game that was on Saturday night that they played Philly. Philly was up by like 15 going into the half, and then the Warriors opened up the second half with like a 16-0 run, and they brought the game right back.
And it's not so much like, I mean, what I get from it when I watch them play is really it's KD. KD is the guy. Like, don't get me wrong, Klay and Curry have like an amazing ability. Go down as probably like the best 3-point shooters ever. But KD has this ability, like, where if you watch him play, we were talking about it. He looks bored when he plays. He looks like sometimes he's just not into it. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now it's time. He just starts to focus up, and it's like, it's just like the game comes easy to him. Like, he could shoot over everyone. He never has to go to the basket or like drive. He doesn't need to if he doesn't want to. And that game showed that. Like, when he focuses up, it's ridiculous, and there's nothing you could do. But that game was pretty decent. I will say that DeMarcus didn't play, but all three of the other Warriors, like Curry, KD, and Clay, all played good. So it's not like we got like one of them to drop 15. Like, no, Durant had 29, Thompson had 36, and Curry had 24. So
one thing that I think maybe we didn't really do on purpose, taking Draymond Green out of the game.
Yeah.
Causing him to fall out.
Yeah.
Like, when you get a guy like that he strives so much off of like the mental aspect of the game.
No,
so if you could take him out mentally, he's done. He's not going to contribute to the team at all.
He takes more pride defensively. So when you can frustrate him on that side, he really loses it. And that's, I think, where the frustration came and why he got thrown out.
We shot 50% against them. We shot 45% from the three. We outshot them from the 3-point line, which is huge.
We outshot them from the free throw line as well,
which is huge. KD missed one that would have put him up by 3 instead of 2.
KD missed a couple.
KD missed 2, I think, in one.
And Curry missed.
And Curry missed a few. They had less turnovers than us. We out-rebounded them,
which we should have.
It's expected against a team like that.
Did Whiteside play?
No.
No. Whiteside did not play in that game.
No, yeah, he didn't.
That's a big win, though, for not having Whiteside.
It's a huge win. And like the way Whiteside's been
that
playing,
kind of cancels out then. Them not having DeMarcus and us not having Whiteside.
Because we've been talking about it. Whiteside's been playing like an animal. The Phoenix game showed. You could tell he's really like. There's a sense of urgency behind the way he's playing right now. I love it. I have no complaints with him right now at this point in the season. Next game of the week came,
but the ending was crazy. Let's just talk about that real quick.
Yes.
Basically, it comes down the stretch. They're up by what? 2?
We foul them. We foul them.
Yeah.
They're up by 1. We foul them. KD misses 1.
Yeah. They go up by 2.
And he makes the second.
Which we freak out. Ball comes down. I don't know. I don't think we called the timeout, though.
I don't think so.
We had enough time. We dribbled the ball down. I think there was like something like 11 seconds or something.
13
on the clock. Dion has it, though. They like handed off to Dion, I think. And everyone, like, even after the game was like, oh, I'm so surprised Dion didn't take the shot. Shut the fuck up. All right.
Dion got kind of like
double teamed
into the really high up,
like right on where the 3 turns, like goes to the sideline, like where the line becomes flat.
Yeah, like kind of like the elbow.
Like basically the elbow. He gets almost like double team trapped there, like leaves his feet and tosses it back
to Dwayne Wade.
And
Dwayne Wade pulls some shit out of his ass.
I don't know who comes up to help on Dwayne Wade.
I think it was like
Dwayne
Jordan
Wade
Bell or something.
Takes the 3, which we're like, bro, already we're not liking it. He gets fucking blocked, and we're just like sitting there, just watching it quietly, like waiting for it to end. Scrambles, picks the fucking ball up, and just tosses it, bro. Straight chest pass, like just tosses it to the fucking off 1 foot, just because he was like rushing to get it out, and it banks in. And it was just so funny, man, because, like, no offense, to watch all the Warriors' demeanor just go down, it was, like, I liked it, man. To me, it was just, like, they were getting cocky because, like, Curry wasn't playing so hot, and, like, KD started to turn it on, and he was, like, excessively celebrating for, like, KD's, like, what's it called, like, and ones. Yeah. And I was just like, dude, just stop, bro. Like, what are you going to say?
Let me clear something up about Dwayne Wade. I thought we made this clear when we talked about it, that whole All-Star game thing. I got a lot of people coming up to me talking about, oh, what happened, bro? Dwayne Wade hit that shot. Okay, first of all, that wasn't a shot. It was a chest pass, okay, and it just so happened to go into the basket.
I throw up prayers every day.
So, yeah, exactly. Tell him to do it again. He won't. Give him 10 tries. He won't. But, like, in all seriousness, yes, I've talked shit about Dwayne Wade. We both have.
Yes.
We don't like the way
guilty as charged.
For real, we don't like the way he's going out this season. No. We don't like the whole farewell tour.
It's about him, and he knows it. I don't let you think he's like all humble, because it is about him.
It is.
He's a humble guy.
If he didn't want a farewell tour, he wouldn't have said anything about retiring after the season.
He is a humble guy, but we're not saying that. We're just saying that he's soaking it in. Like he's taking it all in, and he likes it.
And we said it the All-Star game, the All-Star game episode. A lot of it we gotta credit to the media. It's a lot of the media's fault. A lot of these Heat fans that have come out of nowhere
and just throwing this thing and blowing it out of proportion. Everything he does.
They claim they're Heat fans, but they don't listen to our podcast. How big of a Heat fan could you possibly be? But like seriously, he's done so much for this organization that I'll forever be grateful for. You know, like seeing him win the championship in 2006, finding a way to recruit LeBron. You know, winning those 2 championships, going 4 times with that big 3, like he's done crazy things for this organization, and I'm forever grateful for that. Like, so don't get it twisted. Don't think I'm a Dwayne Wade hater. That's like by no means the case. Like I have posters of him up on my wall. You know, like,
I was watching
it's nothing like that. Like
game.
We don't like how this last season is going down. There's so many greats that have gone out without any of this. You look at Dirk even now this year.
Yeah.
He's getting a little bit of limelight, nothing too crazy. Tim Duncan, the greatest power forward ever. No one talked about it. You know, like it's just stuff like that.
Tim Duncan towards the end didn't even start.
Yeah.
They stopped playing him. They would give him like fucking like 10, 15 minutes a game. Like it was crazy. Like, but it wasn't about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that Dwayne Wade is like, just like what you said. I'm not saying that he's bringing this upon himself. He's not marketing this.
Mm-hmm.
But what it is that he's definitely embracing it, and he loves the attention.
Mm-hmm.
Loves the attention he's getting. But and again, we're not haters. I mean, just today I was watching one of the Heat Classics on that channel, and it was I forgot what game it was, but it was just nice, like watching him in his young version. I was like, damn, he was quick. You know what I'm saying?
Good,
completely different, super athletic, super quick. But
and that's a D Wade we like.
Yeah,
we don't like the 36-year-old one
that takes like the last 4 shots of the last like 4 possessions.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
The game on the line. You know what I'm saying? But and again, it's not the same. Like before he left to Chicago that season, right before he left, he was that guy still that he would like give him the ball down the stretch. He would create a chance, get Whiteside a lob, pass it out, do what he needed to do.
And he would have been that guy if he would have re-signed with us.
But it's just at the point where he kind of like, I don't know how to say it. Like he just like degraded like really quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, I don't know.
And if it wasn't for the injuries,
I think he would be a lot better.
By no means, he would still be like averaging 20 a game. He would still be starting, but that's just not the case. So for all of you that think we hate Dwayne Wade, we don't. We hate the farewell tour. We don't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it when Kobe got it. I'm not liking it now. LeBron's gonna get one. LeBron's the greatest player of all time.
I'm gonna love that
he
shit.
He deserves it.
I'm gonna love that shit.
But quick side note there.
But it was a good win, and they deserved it. The Warriors, not the Heat. We didn't deserve. The Warriors deserved to lose that way because I'm fucking tired of them.
Yeah, no, me too.
Curry was so excessive the whole game.
I think everyone's tired of them.
He was so excessive the whole game. Even Clay. Clay needs to learn how to celebrate.
Yeah,
he needs to learn how to celebrate.
He needs to learn how to celebrate Trae Young. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, back to the Heat week. Next game of the week came against the Houston Rockets. We got them on a back-to-back. We got the previous first and second seeds of the Western Conference on a back-to-back. Who the fuck made the schedule?
Yeah.
Who did it? Okay, I want to know. I just want to talk. I want to know how this happens. Dude. Is it like random algorithms? Because that shit's not fair.
Now that I see Goran's stats, dude, he fucking played like an animal against the Warriors.
Yeah, he did. Goran coming off the bench is
nice. I know, nice. And I feel like he's like a lunatic when he plays.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when he comes off the bench, he has even more sense of urgency. Like, okay, I need to score quick, so my stats to stay the same.
I like it. I like Justice starting at the point and then Goran coming off the bench. It's great. Like it really like. I saw on Twitter actually someone mentioned Goran. Someone said that if he really like wants to be a part of this organization, so retirement, if he really loves it. That he wouldn't be surprised if he opts out, signs a contract for less money, takes a role off the bench, because that's where like right now he's seeing a lot of success, and it's possible that he could see a lot more success later on in the future.
Goran's not the youngest by any means, but dude, he's good though. Like he can put the ball in the hoop, man. And when he's on, it's ridiculous. And it's not even from the three. Like he's physical. He gets in the lane. He attacks the basket. He creates chances. He causes defenses to collapse, and he's a pretty damn good finisher.
But anyways, we lost to the Houston Rockets 121-118.
Again, we played great in the first half.
James Harden had 58 points. After we just talked about, like, this is the type of shit.
The fourth quarter was terrible.
We talked shit about Dwayne Wade. He hits the most ridiculous game winner against Golden State. We talk shit about James Harden not being a part of the MVP race anymore. He drops 58 points on us. It's just the type of thing that happened. He was 18 for 18 from the free throw line.
58 points.
Ridiculous.
He shot 18 free throws.
Mm-hmm. We shot better from the field than them. We shot 54% from the three.
Bro, you can't touch James Harden though.
No, you can't. It's ridiculous.
It's gotten to the point where it's bad, and I like him. I like the way he plays, and I think he is one of the best one-on-one basketball players right now.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it's ridiculous, dude. It's like he has a system. Like he figured it out, right? He's exploiting the system for what it is. He gets his calls, and it goes along with that whole conspiracy. That whole thing. Like the NBA protects their star players. They have to, whatever, because that's the faces in the NBA.
The money makers, bro.
And that's fine. But it gets to the point where he has it down to a T, to a science. He gets you, draws all these fouls early in the game. By the second half, you're terrified to touch him. And then he's just layup lines at that point. It's by the second half, you're so scared to put your hands on him that it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Olynyk had another great game. He had 21, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Yeah, great game from him.
Dragic dropped 21 off the bench.
Yeah. Winslow
played good
in 25 minutes. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. Winslow had 19 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Great outing from him in his hometown. This isn't a bad game by any means. To think that we were this close against this Houston Rockets team after coming off a win where we had to dig super deep against the best team in the league.
Yeah.
Super impressed by the performances. I'm surprised, honestly. I didn't think this little 2-game stretch would go any way like this at all. Final game of the week came against the Brooklyn Nets.
That was a fucking...
We won that one.
Landslide. Dude, that was a joke.
117-88, which is it's kind of funny. It's almost like we just wanted to prove a point. Okay, you guys are 6th seed, but don't get it twisted. We're way fucking better than you guys.
That's kind of what it looked like. No, sorry. That's kind of honestly what it looked like. It was a pissing match. It was okay, you guys are in the playoffs?
Mr. Ice in his veins had 10 points, 8 assists. Fucking sucks. Yeah, I hate that guy. I hate him. I hate D'Angelo Russell. Is that a name?
D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah. Okay, good.
Is her name a random player?
I hate him. And you know what? I could say I hate him because I would never, ever want him to be on this podcast. I could say I hate people that I don't want them to be on the podcast.
Bro,
other people,
let me tell you, you know who's ahead of their
I
time?
want to leave the door open for special guests.
Quick tangent. You know who's ahead of their time? I was watching that Heat Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Chalmers.
Yeah, he was gross.
The version he was back then is perfectly suitable for the NBA now. Bro, all that guy did was shoot threes.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was amazing for us, bro.
That guy would have been the Curry. He would have revolutionized the game if he got more minutes.
He was playing ridiculous, bro.
But back to this game, Kelly Olynyk was our leading scorer with 25 points.
Yeah, Kelly Olynyk.
No one else.
Plus 27, bro.
Magruder had 17. Derrick Jones had 18.
Oh, that's another one. For example, it always works. We were talking mad shit about Magruder. Every time he makes a shot, we just say, "Oh, that's the first shot he's hit in the last 3 months." Right? That's our saying. We make fun of him. Dude, this game, he started off, he missed, I think, at the beginning. And we were like, stop fucking shooting. We were snapping, bro. We were like, stop shooting. Then he goes in the third quarter, and he makes 3 threes. And then he just snaps, and he, drops, 17 at the end?
17, yeah.
It was funny, dude.
Yeah, 17. Crazy.
We were bad-mouthing him in that game. We were like, he needs to go back down. He needs to go to G League. He needs to gain his confidence back. Dude, it was
ridiculous.
Funny.
Like that.
Like clockwork. Yeah.
Like that.
Same thing with fast. TJ. Last year, we didn't stop talking bad about TJ. Bro, this year, same shit. And every time it was good game after good game after good game.
I gained a lot of respect for TJ this season. I'm gaining a lot of respect for a lot of people this season.
Yep.
We shot great from the field, 49%. We held them to 35%. Shot 41% from the 3-point line.
Rebounding was crazy.
We held them to 21% from the 3. We out-rebounded them by 21. We had 57. They had 36.
Whiteside did not play.
Outscored them in the paint. 11 turnovers. Great game. Great performance all around. This was such a solid week.
We don't get in transition at all, though, man. Our fast break points are always so little.
Despite the loss to Phoenix, we really ended this week on the right note.
Yeah.
It was...
Seems like we're not, completely discouraged is what it looks like. It doesn't look like we're not hanging our heads low, and we're not kind of, over it. We look like we're still, we're taking it one game at a time.
And I know we rode we were riding the tank train pretty hard.
About it. Sorry.
We were riding the tank train pretty hard, but dude, we're a game out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, it's
one
like
game. I know we always say like
it's like we could end up trying as hard as possible to fuck up, and Charlotte or Orlando could fuck up more than us, and we'll still be in the playoffs. You know,
we always say like we're always like talking shit about how like, bro, there's no chance, like we fucking suck, whatever, and like. Well, then we'll look at the standings and we're like, bro, we're only a game back from fucking 8th seed or something. And you're like, the fuck?
And let me tell you, if we play any way we played against Golden State.
Just this week in general.
Yeah.
If we play that way we played with that heart and that intensity, dude, we'll definitely make it. I think we'll get
definitely
in there.
make it. And I wouldn't be surprised if we took a game from Milwaukee or Toronto. I'll give us a game. The way we're playing right now. One game.
Milwaukee's really figured it out, though. Jesus.
Yeah,
I watched him play again the other
my
night.
God.
Jesus Christ. Against the Lakers.
Let's get right into that. Okay, so Miami Heat week segment done. Solid week from Miami.
And James Johnson's been out. I forgot to mention that. He's also been out.
Which is a good thing. He's been playing like shit.
Talk shit about him.
Yeah, he fucking sucks. James Johnson sucks. But
he's gonna come back and average 25 rest of the season.
Yeah, or he's gonna come into our house and MMA the fuck out of me and like judo chop my neck.
Put you to sleep.
But terrible start of the week, losing to Phoenix, but we really turned it around. Had a great rest of the week. Close game against Houston that we ended up dropping. We beat the best team in the league, one of the best teams in the league, and then we showed like our dominance against teams like in our bracket, you know, the lower tier playoff teams. So I'm not upset. But speaking of Milwaukee, I wanted to jump right into it. They're gonna sign Pau Gasol.
Yeah, you talked to me about that.
That's like huge for me. The one thing Milwaukee was missing in my eyes was
past experience, kind of
a veteran like presence with championship experience, and that's exactly what Pau Gasol is.
Yeah.
So he may not get any minutes, but he's gonna be there to guide the young guys, because Milwaukee's a pretty young team. They just signed Eric Bledsoe to an extension, which the money sounded ridiculous to me. But then he put on a showing that same day against the Lakers.
He like showed like, no, I'm worth it. Don't worry.
So I mean he has good numbers, so I can't say that. But like I don't know, Milwaukee just keeps on getting scarier and scarier.
Yeah.
Like next thing you know, Milwaukee signs LeBron James to 10-day contract. What the fuck is going on?
No, what's it called? What the fuck? Is this allowed? But the truth is like Milwaukee, everyone just like dismisses them. I don't know what the deal is, but everything I see like on SportsCenter or just like any like talk show anywhere on TV and on the internet and stuff, you see people just like, oh well, when the playoffs come, they'll just choke again, and it's like, why are we dismissing them so quickly as like that team that's just gonna choke again?
I've seen a lot of that,
right? And Giannis is like, every year, the last 2 years he's lost, he gets fucking pissed. Like he really gets hard on himself. And he looks like the type of guy, he's getting tired of fucking losing in the playoffs. Like he's gonna eventually just something's gonna click, bro. And I mean, this season shows he's like steadily increased. I think that in the playoffs, I do think that they have a really good chance. It comes down to like really what happens when they face pressure and when look, they went I think to game. Did they go to game 7 against Boston? They went to game 7 against Boston, and all the people that talk shit about the Bucks, Boston went to game 7 against the fucking Cavs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not like they played a shit team. So I think that
the Boston completely fucking demolished Philadelphia.
Yeah, exactly. So look at that. It's like the Bucks, just to give you an idea, they're way better than they were last year, in my opinion.
No, they are.
And they went to game 7 against a team that pushed the team that pushed LeBron to game 7 and was one game away from the finals. So I think that it comes down to how they'll do, like when they face adversity again with their backs against the wall and all that. But there's so many people counting them out, like almost the way people counted out, like, you know, for the last couple of years, the Wizards or even the Raptors, just like kind of ridiculing them, saying like, oh, they're just when the playoffs come, they fucking suck.
That was right though.
And the Wizards, 100%, that is a fact. The Wizards suck in the playoffs, and the Raptors, LeBron was their daddy forever. But now it's just, we'll see. I think the Bucks are going to do better than people think. I think people are just dismissing them as the team that's just going to roll over and die once the playoffs comes, and that's not going to happen.
I'm excited to see what they can do. I love watching Milwaukee
play. A part
play.
of me thinks they're going to fucking destroy in the playoffs.
No, they probably will.
That.
I love watching Milwaukee
play.
They
have
play.
Too much pressure, dude.
I'm super excited for the playoffs. Toronto is looking good as well. Toronto does have that past experience of like really shitting the bed in the playoffs.
Toronto plays well together, and Kawhi's amazing.
So now with Kawhi, things may be different.
But dude, I almost feel like I think Milwaukee's the Bucks mean more business. I think the Bucks will face them, and Kawhi, don't get me wrong, is gonna have to do a lot. But dude, I think the Bucks have a better whole package.
Mm-hmm.
Marc Gasol's gonna have to also play great for the freaking Raptors,
Yeah.
and Kyle Lowry's gonna have to play like an animal. And don't get me wrong,
No, and they added
the
pieces.
thing is, what's his name?
They added Jeremy Lin now coming off the bench, which is like really huge.
What's his name? Siakam or whatever.
Siakam's playing great.
Like freaking amazing, bro.
Anunoby is another guy.
Gross.
Danny Green is having like his best season, I think, since like the 2014 season with the Spurs. So they won the championship.
The Raptors for sure have what it takes. I just feel, in my eyes, like the Bucks mean more business. Like for some reason, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, now that now at least saying the names out loud for the Raptors, it kind of makes you think like, oh fuck. But the Raptors are really fucking good. So.
I hope to God they both make it to the conference finals. That's gonna be an amazing.
I would love to watch that. I would love to watch that.
What else? Oh, yeah, I want to talk about this. Dennis Rodman told Joel Embiid to shut the fuck up. Because Joel Embiid said Wilt is the greatest of all time, not Michael Jordan.
I don't know what.
And this is the exact quote. I'm pulling this like from TMZ or wherever the fuck it came from. Dennis Rodman said, Joel Embiid, you're doing a great job for your little island or country where you're from. Okay, it's not an island. It's a country. Cameroon is on the coast of Africa. Right?
Just to get that out of the way.
Yeah, so Dennis Rodman, you should have fact-checked yourself. Shut the fuck up. Go do your goddamn job and do Philly proud. Like I understand why they defend Jordan so much.
No, I don't understand. No, I'm serious. I don't understand. Like, dude, it's like he like fucking brainwashed them.
Yeah,
he brainwashed everyone on his fucking team.
He probably did.
He gave them
Scottie
cigars
Pippen,
all laced with some fucking little microchip that just like makes him defend him to the death of them.
And you know when he did it? He did it after Scottie Pippen was talking highly of LeBron James. Because there was a point in time where Scottie Pippen was saying that LeBron James might be the greatest of all time.
Dude.
And then all of a sudden, he's gone back on everything he said. And now every time he talks about greatest of all time, it's Michael Jordan.
Dude.
Like, oh my God. The one where he was like, is Zion, Zion, they asked him to fill in the blank.
Oh, this one was great.
Zion Williamson is the best prospect since, and that's the blank. Scottie Pippen said, Michael Jordan.
I disagree with Scottie also, because I feel like Michael Jordan wasn't even that good though. Like when he came out of college, like he wasn't amazing.
Bro, he's a 3-year player, dog.
Like he's not that good. But
he played 3 years in college, right?
Dude, I think he did.
Yeah, I mean, and he had a ridiculous rookie year. Don't get me wrong, but
he's whatever. Point is,
you know, he made All-Star as a rookie.
Who?
Michael Jordan.
For real?
You were talking about the rookies make it. Remember we were talking?
Yeah,
we
were just talking about how many rookies make it.
Yeah,
and shit like
Michael
that.
Jordan's one of them.
Yeah. Plumbers and electricians. What's
Yeah.
it called? But I think I don't know. I just think that Michael Jordan is so defended by that group of guys that it's like, why, dude? Relax. Like, Scottie, you're better than him. He just ball hogged. Like, you're better than him. You're a better player than him, dude. He just always had the ball. Like, if you had it just as much as him, fuck, you would be him. We'd be talking about you right now.
He would have been the LeBron James before LeBron
Fuck,
James.
dude. Like, I don't get it. Whatever, bro. But
I wanted to bring that up because that's all I could think of to talk about this week.
And honestly, I don't agree with the Wilt Chamberlain thing too. Wilt Chamberlain was like 8'4". Everyone else was 5'2".
No, and everyone the way they talk about Wilt Chamberlain, oh yeah, he was an athletic freak. Yeah, like 50-inch vertical. Ran the 40 in 3.9.
Yeah,
like, it's like, bro,
I don't know.
Where are you getting these stats?
These
from?
stats are fucking crazy. And then the 100 point game. It says 100. 100 what?
The only proof for the 100-point game is him holding a white paper,
dude,
with Sharpie on it that just has the number 100 on it.
The funniest, yeah.
That's the only proof
He's not even near a basketball court in that picture.
That's the only proof they have.
The funniest thing about
fun little challenge for you guys. Try to name the team that he played without looking it up, and name 2 people that played on that team. You guys will never know.
What's it called?
You guys will look it up and be like, oh, that's who they played. Who the fuck are these guys that played in the NBA at this time?
Dude.
We could go back in time. You guys could go back in time and play in the NBA back in those days. 100%. 100%, no doubt in my mind.
That was like when they were still testing the time limits of games. So they didn't have a time limit. They just had them play for like 4 hours straight. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. 100 points. Holy fuck, dude. This guy scored 100. But there's people that like say it never happens. And then there's like this old man that came out. I was there, and it's like, dude, shut up, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. There's like conspiracies about it.
It's really funny though. It's just, whatever. Point is, man,
basketball sucked back then. And if anyone thinks, oh, bro, wow, basketball's so soft now, bro, like go back to the 80s and 90s. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Basketball is the most. Is it right now? The players are the most talented. They're the most
it's
like
the most exciting because of how
athletic.
athletic like offense is now.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. No one from back then. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. There may be some people from back then that could hang in today's generation. You could take anyone from this generation.
This is the one we always say. Let's use the one we say. DeMar DeRozan. You take DeMar DeRozan back in time to the Michael Jordan era.
He's Michael Jordan.
He'd be way better.
He really would.
This guy doing 360 layups for fun.
He would.
He's gross. He's the same thing.
No,
his mid range is impeccable.
Yeah,
his inside scoring impeccable.
For real.
We always say you're the one that makes that comparison.
Michael Jordan.
DeMar DeRozan.
Michael Jordan. If Michael Jordan would play in this generation, he would have been a DeMar DeRozan type player.
Kawhi Leonard guards Michael Jordan, 1-on-1.
Michael Jordan's a scorer. He doesn't score, guys. He does not score.
Whatever. Point.
He doesn't score.
Let's not talk about this.
No, I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna keep talking about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
If you think 80s and 90s basketball is better than this generation,
no, don't say nothing. Let's have a vote.
I'm passionate about this because
Tomato.
there's some old heads on social media and stuff, and then the people that defend Michael Jordan, some of them didn't watch them play. Like I saw this guy say, "Oh, people who say LeBron's the GOAT doesn't even watch him play." Bro, you're like 20. You didn't watch Jordan play, dude.
My favorite.
I don't get it, man.
I got it a while back. I got not an argument, but we were always talking. Like this was a couple years ago, actually, where this guy would always give me shit about what's it called? What's it called? What's his name? Carl. Would give me shit about thinking LeBron was better than Michael Jordan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he always asked me like, "What do you think about it though? Like, why do you think he's better? Like, almost like, what is like the crazy reasoning I have to believe that that LeBron James is a better player than Michael Jordan?" And I just say, dude, like, I think he's just a better like complete player. I think when he wants to play defense, like those players are the same. Like when they want to play defense, they're both really good. But I think LeBron better body for the game right now and any point in time. He's physical enough to deal with big guys and he's quick enough to deal with little guys. And I think just offensively, like he might not be a great shooter or the greatest shooter, but he had a couple seasons where he shot 50-40, which is really hard to do. And he's a big guy and he's known for attacking the lane. So just to give you an idea, but he would always be slick and be like, "Oh, did you ever watch Michael Jordan play?" And I'll be like, "Maybe not when I was that little. I didn't watch him." But I said, believe it or not, I do watch games now. Like there's a
Hardwood
NBA
Classics.
TV and they have Hardwood Classics. And let me tell you something. Those are highlighted videos. Those are like the games that he had excellent games. And I'm not saying that it wasn't amazing. At the time, it must have been like the fucking, the best thing since sliced bread watching that shit happen. But when you watch it happen, you're like, it's amazing. But it's not like he's not like the greatest. And the 6 rings and stuff, it's something else.
I've calmed down.
Whatever.
Now.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't want to talk about this no more.
I get passionate about this stuff because I'm not going to get into it again. I'm going to
conclude this.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Overall, the Heat week was good. You might say that there were some alarming things. We lost to Phoenix. The way we lost 20-point leads is also not very good for like this point in the season. But it was against the 2 best teams last year, so I don't care. And we didn't hang our heads low because of it. We ended the week excellent by beating Brooklyn, which is a playoff contention team right now. And overall, this week was good for the Heat. I think it showed like we do have a chance, and we do not have the chance. We know we have the chance. We know we have the ability to do it or to make the playoffs and make some noise. But it's just a matter of if we could close out games and if we could focus up, basically.
Yep.
Other than that, too, also, the young guys are looking great.
Mm-hmm.
Justice, Bam, Jay Rich together are looking amazing. That's exactly why we were talking about it. And my brother's like, we need a pure scorer. If we get a pure scorer, like not a playmaker, a pure scorer.
Another guy like Jay Rich.
Yeah.
Jay Rich isn't like I'm
That's
going to get
why,
the ball, play you one-on-one, and I'm going to get
and
mine.
people
he does that on the games that he's really, really feeling it. I need a guy that's going to go out there and do that every night.
People almost they're getting mad at him now, and they look at us like we're crazy because they get mad at Dion, for example, the way he's playing. And me and my brother actually are saying he's too much of a playmaker. He needs to stop passing the ball. We kind of want him to get more into the scoring mindset because we do need that. I think we need a pure scorer. We have way too many guys that try to be playmakers. Mm-hmm. So, and Jay Rich is just, we try to get him into that mentality, but he's not. he's too inconsistent to be like that guy that's gonna come in every night.
Continuing your conclusion.
Yes.
Other NBA news. Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen have been brainwashed by Michael Jordan. The Milwaukee Bucks look like they're gonna be they're our favorite to come out of the East. We've talked about them. I think we have
right now.
This is our 20th episode, 21st actually,
right
considering the bonus episode. We've talked about them for 19 episodes.
At least 8 right now. They're for me. They're the number one option out of the East, and the Raptors are like so close that I could wake up tomorrow and just like say no, it's the Raptors coming out. That's how close they are to me. Like both of those teams are, you know.
This outro is really long. If you guys aren't already, be sure to follow us on social media. Instagram, it's Biscayne Boys Podcast. Twitter, at Biscayne Boys Pod. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you're listening on Spotify or iTunes, head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. That about does it from us, guys.
Do you have that written down somewhere? That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I know. I just said it so many times.
Jesus.
I don't know. I wasn't looking at it.
You just looked down, and I was like, where does he have that? Maybe I could say the outro one time. Where the fuck is it?
That about does it from us, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace out.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.